Fellow citizens of the Scorched Queen, I beseech you, I require your aid. The Queen has decreed that the storms have ended, and it is time to again press out into the wilderness. Our city needs supplies to survive until the next cycle pushes us back within the safety of the smoldering city once more. Welcome. I wanted to try recording something on Against the Storm. This is a lovely title. Over the course of early access, I've put about 50 hours into it. I'm definitely not a power user, a super player, but I've really enjoyed it. I've gotten up to Viceroy difficulty. This is a fresh profile here. I have gone through and done the tutorials just to make sure I'm still fresh in my mind, everything, and I did want to grab those starting resources before I started a playthrough. As for upgrades from the first two tutorials, and we're going to go ahead and grab the Monastery of Vigilant Flame. If you don't know this game, it is a roguelike city builder, and your goal is to go out and build settlements, and win or lose, you'll have resources that you'll use to come in here and update this tree. This is your meta progression. You unlock new buildings, new races, small incremental bonuses, things like that. You're locked by your level, so on this game I am only level 2 since I've only done the tutorials, and as you go out and finish cities, you will progress that. We'll go ahead and go to the world map. Our ultimate goal is to try to reach these seals each cycle, and this is the very first one, the bronze seal. And ideally, we'll get there, we'll have enough seal fragments, which is what we need to challenge the map. If we succeed, the cycle will come, the big mega storm will come and wipe out everything we've done, except for our meta progression. And then we will, on the next one, we'll have another seal to break, and as you can see, it goes out quite far. In my other game, I think I've only broken the first 2. So again, I haven't progressed too far, but I really just wanted to show this off because I do think it is such a lovely title. Here we can see I have a certain distance that I can settle away from our smoldering city, last city standing. There is some strategy here. These are events or different things that can happen in the world, bonuses, locations that we can embark on. But like I said, our ultimate goal here is to try to get to these bronze seals. So we have to kind of think how far we can get, and this is going to be a timeline down here. So I have Blightstorm will be in 32 years. So if I take 10 years per map, I'm only going to get 4 maps before I have to reset. So you definitely have to think about where you're going, how many seals you're getting. Should you focus on meta progression? Do you need more food? Do you need other currencies? So there definitely is kind of some meta strategy beyond the map itself. I've already looked at this one and decided, I think I'm going to go this way. I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to reach it, but it's fine either way. I'll start building up my level a little bit. I'm missing some of the early unlocked buildings, which really make things a lot easier when you're getting started. So here we'll see caravans. We can choose between 2 right now, and later we can unlock a 3rd choice. And this will show you the starting races that you'll have to work with in your city and the starting resources they'll bring. Just because you see something in one, so like we see beavers here, wouldn't necessarily mean that we're going to get beavers here. Once you have more races unlocked, you get some combination of 3 of the 5 races. For this map, we can look and see it's royal woodland, so lots of wood, an average amount of fertile soil, so there can definitely be some farming here. We are going to do this on veteran. Like I said, I haven't played overly much recently, so I feel like that should probably be pretty successful at that difficulty. The building that we're settling next to here is this one, the Royal Outpost. So the proximity of a Royal Outpost makes it easier to communicate with the Crown. The pool of order choices will increase by 1, and I'll show you what that is as soon as we get in here. We also have Gift from the Woodsman. Royal woodlands are very lush and rich in timber. Trees give more wood. We're going to chop a lot of trees. We are going to chop a lot of trees. But that being said, we are going to use a lot of wood. It is definitely the cornerstone of most of what we're going to build and burn. So we are going to go ahead and we'll take the humans and beavers. I already kind of know what we're going to get since I don't have anything else unlocked in this account. Over here we have the embarkation bonuses. So again, more things can be unlocked through the meta progression. Right now I have 3 points. I have no saved bonus points that I could use, and I could pick any combination of these that I want. And that's just something to get you started. There's no reason not to spend your initial points. You use them or lose them. These ones can be worth saving. These are like, maybe we'll have some extras when we get to the seal, which in theory should be a harder map, and we'll use those points to give us a little advantage to try to get through there. My go-to strategy for these early maps, I like to open glades and get the caches, and get those caches in a way that get us reputation points, which is what we're going to need to win the map. But generally speaking, you need tools to do that, and I don't have a way to start with tools right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stone. The stone will allow me to break open those caches that I find. And between food and lumber, I'm going to take the lumber just to get us started quicker. So as we're loading into the map here. Okay, so first thing we see is the Forest Mysteries. So at this difficulty level, we get 1 positive effect, and then these are the effects during storm season. So our positive effect, soil reclamation. The soil becomes saturated with the rain's essence during drizzle season. Resource nodes depleted during the drizzle season spawn fertile soil. In theory, I like that one, but I never seem to get any good use of it because it's like a couple squares. Maybe I've just never been desperate enough that I felt that that's really made any difference. Over here, these are the things that will happen as the forest hostility grows. So right now we're at 0, but if we were at 1 and it goes to the stormy season, we would have muddy ground. Villager speed off-road is decreased by 30%. We'll look at this again once we kind of get in closer there. And these are our map effects that we've already looked at. Okay, so loading into a map, you'll find yourself in a glade surrounded by forest of some matter or another. There's different biomes that you can have. We have these small glades. Generally speaking, they're not really worth it. There's just not a lot of resources, and they raise your hostility permanently. There are ways that you can lower those, but I tend to find that, generally speaking, focusing on getting into the dangerous glades is better. Some of my most smooth games, I've opened like 2 dangerous glades, and that's it, and nothing else. These will have some sort of challenge that we have to meet, and there will be a consequence if we don't. Those challenges generally are provide some sort of goods in a certain amount of time, and then we'll get some sort of bonus out of that, whether that's reputation down here, which is the bar we fill up to win, or it'll be goods resources or new population or new cornerstone perks, things like that. So entering a new map, first thing I'm going to want to do is look around and see what we have. This game has amazing hotkeys. They're very customizable, tons of settings. So I have a hotkey here. I can push, I can see what I have. So I've got roots and I've got plant fiber. Not very exciting start, but at least I know what I have. So we will go ahead and we will start by setting up some wood cutting. I think, as I said, we are just going to go straight into... I say that. We're going to go ahead and go straight in there, and we're going to go ahead and drop 2 woodcutters. I think a lot of people like to go 3. That probably is more useful at higher difficulties, but we're only on veteran, so I'm sure we'll do just fine with this. We'll throw out some roads here. Oh wow, that's terrible. Why would you do that to me, game? Have those set up. Again, we already know that we're going to have this muddy ground. We'll definitely get to hostility 1, so we're going to want to make sure we have roads everywhere that people are going to be traveling a lot. We can set priorities. So here's our woodcutters. I'm going to set both of them to 5, highest priority. And I've got my game set up here to avoid glades unless they're marked. So they will continuously chop trees in range, but they will not chop the last tree that would discover a glade unless I specifically tell them to do. You have many choices here how you want to set it. I find that if I don't set it this way, I end up chopping into something I don't want to chop into, and that's just frustrating. All right, at the start of the game, we're going to get our blueprint choices. So this is kind of where some of the roguelike element comes into. You have a pool of choices you can make. You're not guaranteed any specific building unless you've unlocked that through those embarkation bonuses. So here, These are my initial 3 choices. Later on, you can unlock things like rerolls, or maybe you'll have more or less choices based on perks or difficulty settings. So we can see we got a lumber mill. We could make water skins, fabric, and pigment. For water skins, we would need meat or leather, and we don't have that to start with. Fabric needs the plant fiber, which we did start with, so that could be an option. These stars show you how efficient your recipe is. So 3 stars are better than 2, better than 1, better than none. That matters a lot. Like the difference between making some coal with 8 pieces of wood for 3 coal versus, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of wood is huge. So a lot of the game is finding out ways that you can streamline your economy. Find things that you can do efficiently and use those bonuses to win. Like I said, to win, we have to fill up the reputation bar. We're going to do that by completing the Queen's orders, which we'll get here momentarily, by doing events or opening chests and choosing that reward, or by making our people happy enough that grows our reputation. So things like food, different services, having the right housing. So these choices really matter a lot. Like, there's been plenty of games where I've gone in thinking like, oh man, I'm going to do such a cool game. I'm going to use bricks and I'm just going to build all these cool things and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then you're on a map that doesn't make any sense. I have like a 10% chance to get clay when chopping a tree. I was never going to have enough clay to make bricks efficiently. So you have to really stop and think about how the resources you have and the strategy and the building choices you have are all going to mesh together. So I can see here, we're going to get 1 wood. We have a 100% chance to get another wood. We can get some resin, some plant fiber, and some eggs. So in this case, I don't see any clay. I don't know that it's going to be here. Now, is there clay somewhere on this map? Yeah, probably. But I don't know that. So you just have to kind of think ahead when you're making your choices here. You know, and with that, I think we're just going to hold off on those. We're going to aggressively chop in here. We'll see what this is. We'll probably suffer because I won't be able to do the event, and we'll go from there. You can control the time. I tend to find that I like to play on just speed 1. I just like looking around and tweaking things and whatnot. But then there's also times where it's just like, okay, I'm waiting for this thing to happen, and you can pop it up into ×3 speed, and they'll quickly get things done. While we are waiting for that, we'll go ahead and we'll throw down some houses, because we know we're going to need them. This game is really good about not making a big deal about pathing into things. Like if I face these doors like I did on these, so that they're facing in the trees, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter. They can still path through there. That's something I tend to find in other games. Just annoys me. You set a building down. Oh, it's the wrong way. Oh, I have to delete it and fix it. Most buildings in here are movable. The camps you can do for free. The other buildings have a little bit of a cost associated once they're built. But not all buildings. There are definitely a few that you cannot move. Some of the rain punk buildings, some of the trade services and whatnot. But generally speaking, you can move it. Can't move our warehouses or our hearth. All right, so they've started chopping, and I am actually, like I said, going to really aggressively go here. We're just going to go straight for that. So designate those for them to get in there. Right now, I've got 6 of my 7 available workers assigned. I've got 1 here on the hearth, so we have a beaver here. I really don't like having beavers. We're going to put a human there. So depending on the race that's running it, they'll get a different bonus. So the human bonus here is the Queen's Impatient grows 25% slower. That's this bar. This is our lose condition. If this fills up, we lose. There's various ways to lower that, and this just slows down the passive gain for it. And between that or the beaver's bonus of making the fire last longer, I'm not worried about Renault at the moment, so he can head out. And in fact, actually, the beavers are better at woodcutting, so we'll switch him for a human there too. We'll let that last human run over there and get building. Other things that we have is we're going to need to collect our roots, and if you ever don't know what you need, you can click on a resource and it'll show you what you have. So I don't have that recipe, so it's grayed out, but oh, I have that one. Boom, you can just click on it and there we go, we can build it. And we will go ahead and just get these queued up. I'm going to want them sooner or later. For the housing, we really don't need it until storm season. A lot of these different effects affect people who don't have a house or movement speed. This one's going to make people want to eat more food if we're up at hostility 3 during the storm. Let's see. All right, we've chopped into our first section, so we'll go ahead and just pause for this one. So we can see this is actually a pretty good one. We've got vegetables, so food source. We've got fertile soil, so if we can unlock the blueprint, because at the moment I could build the fields, but I don't have a building to work them yet. But assuming we get one, we will definitely be dropping some farming here. Humans are good at farming. I picked the humans specifically for that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, a clothier. Okay, so good thing we didn't pick, because on that initial screen I was kind of hemming and hawing between the bricks or the weaver. Weaver makes fabric, so does the clothier. And, oh, excuse me, no, it doesn't make cloth. It actually makes the raincoat. So that informs our decision here. So getting the really efficient fabric, which we already know we have plant fiber to make lots of cloth. We can use that to efficiently make cloth, and we can use that to efficiently make raincoats. Raincoats are one of the goods that our people like to have, so both of our species here like those. So that would make them happier to have that. That's a pretty nice little combo we got there. We have those caches I was talking about. I love starting with tools. That's just one of my favorite things. I like grabbing early grace, early recipes, make informed decisions about what my strategy is going to be sooner rather than later. I don't have the ability to do that right now, so we need stones. So hence my choice of getting the stones. We've got 30 out of 30, so we can do that. If we didn't have stones, or we did have something else, we could use seam arrow, or we could use training gear to do the same thing. So I want to say all, but that might not be correct. Most recipes have multiple choices. So you can pick between multiple things to accomplish the same craft or the same event. Maybe they're different efficiencies, maybe they're easier or harder to get, but they give you options. So in this case, again, I'd prefer just doing the tool route. Tools don't give me an option, so I have to go here. It's going to be stone. But that would need people to work it, and we're really busy right now. The cache isn't hurting us. We've got raincoats here. We've got boxes of planks, which would be super useful. So we definitely will crack that open. That just reminds me, I haven't built my crude workshop yet, so we'll go ahead and drop that. In fact, we'll actually tell them, let's get that done real quick before these other buildings, because we're going to want to start producing some boards for more advanced buildings. Okay, other things in here, we have eggs and meat. The important thing to note here is this is large. Our starting camps, so in here we would need the trapper's camp for eggs. This is a small trapper's camp, small crude version of a specialized camp. It's slower and can only gather from smaller nodes. So if I was to build this here, notice the pop-ups don't come up. Those are what I'm looking for. It won't work. This will not let me collect anything from there. So a thought when we're looking at recipes, maybe we want to get the trapper's camp. 70 charges with a 40% chance to also grab meat. That would probably last us the whole game or darn close. So that's a strong contender for something to look for when we're choosing our blueprints. Okay, and last, and actually the most important thing that we got here is our event. We have a fisherman cave. It looks abandoned, but what if it's not? A terrible fishy smell comes from within. So this is our threat. We can see a specialization bonus. They want humans. Humans will be better at dealing with this. I believe that's what that one is. And we have threats. So in 12 minutes and 55 seconds, if we don't deal with this, these will happen. So we would get Fishman Witchcraft. Fishman Witches have prepared a special surprise for anyone that breaks in the cave. Spawn 3 Fishman Totems. Those are just more things that we have to deal with if those sort of spawn. And Cleanup Duty, Consequence, 1 impatient point. So if that runs down, we get those darn totems we'd have to clear out. And this would jump up by a whole point. So we would want to get rid of that before then. So we have either Chase Away or we can bribe them. Chase Away, tools, training gear, or that stone. So hence why I didn't jump at that, even though I'd love to open that up and get the resources. If I did that, we don't currently have a way to get stone. So I would have no way of dealing with this if that's the option I wanted to take. Alternatively, we could try bribing them. We would need amber and food. We do have the jerky, so that would be a possibility, but we don't have any amber. We would need a trader to come, or we'd have to maybe open something up. Sometimes you can find what you need in caches, so if we had those tools, we could have got the amber from here. So we really don't have a choice. We are going to chase them away. We are going to use our stone to do it. And we get 20 amber. I mean, we can use that to trade. That's kind of the currency of the game. Later on, you use it for rerolls. I think those are the main uses for that. So it's good to have. It's definitely not a waste. And we also get a Queen's Grace. So a full point, and that would take us to a new blueprint reward when we finish it. And we will do that right now. Let's go... take a human off of here because I want that builder to keep working. In fact, actually, we're going to take 2 humans off here, and we are going to put them right in here. Now, we do have some time. Like, we do have almost 13 minutes, and this is only going to take us 3 of it, but I can finish it. I'm just going to do it. I want it done. I don't want to forget or get distracted, especially since I'm recording, and that's something I'm not used to yet. I definitely could see myself just totally spacing on that and forgetting to do it. So we're going to choose Chase Away. We're going to tell them to investigate. One of the things to remember about this, and there's a lot of different bonuses to pick up, is carrying capacity. Our workers have to get the resources to do the event. So they're going to have to come from wherever they're at currently to our warehouse. They're going to pick up stone. I think they're only going to carry like 5 by default. They're going to have to go back and forth several times. So while it looks like we have a lot of time, it's going to take them a while to get started. Other things we could do is we'll go ahead and we'll extend that road as far as we can for now. And I will bring it all the way in here because we definitely will be in here and building up at some point. All right, we got a beaver left there. We got a beaver left there. No efficiency bonuses. We don't have anything that would change where I should have them assigned. We'll go ahead and we'll grab our orders. So orders are what the queen would like you to accomplish. Just like with our blueprints, there's a lot of strategy here. So we will go ahead and pick. Now, I'm not progressed far enough on this account to have them, but you can have timed orders. You can have orders that you can't close this screen to go look. Like, you would have some special order here. I think they're called ephemeral. And if I close this and open it back up, I wouldn't get that choice. And those are kind of like making sure that you're paying enough attention to what you're doing. Like, do you have the ability to get, I don't know, 30 coal to sacrifice within 2 minutes? If you don't know, you don't know. So you want to be careful when you're going in here and pick things that are going to set you up for success. So value of goods sold, we would need to build a trade depot, which we're definitely going to build, and we would have to sell at least 10 amber worth of goods, which we're just starting out, so we don't really have any plans for any valuable exports. 35 paths. We could literally just build some more roads. We're probably even close to that already. We would get shovels, so a perk that makes our villagers faster on roads. Very good. A lot of time is wasted on movement. You want to minimize movement and you want to maximize speed when you do have to move. So that's a pretty good perk. And some stone, which we don't have a way to do, and we're going to a way to get, and we're going to use it all up. So a strong contender. Or 3 packs. So we would need to build 2 packs of building materials, 2 packs of crops, 2 packs of provisions. We start with a building that can inefficiently make all of these. That's not too bad. We would get moldy supply, +1 grain production, gain additional grain yield. That would be pretty good. We were planning on doing farming. Humans are good at farming. Wheat goes into things that humans like to eat and drink. Good choice. We're gonna do reinforced needles. Would give us the fabric we're gonna do. Yeah, that's really tempting. And parts. Parts are another thing. They don't matter until they matter. So I have 16 left, and that's what I started with. There is only, I think, 1 way you can actually make parts, and it is, by the time you unlock it, it doesn't matter because your maps are already done, and it's a rare find in really dangerous glades. So you are limited. Like, I have ran into maps where I've just run out of parts, and you have to find them through events, or you have to buy them from traders. They're pretty expensive. I think there's players who like to sell their extra parts. Like, they have their build refined enough that they know exactly how many parts they need. A trader comes, they sell them off because they're pretty expensive, and that can be a nice boost. So I'm liking these rewards. We're going to go ahead and pick that one. Before we look at the next one, just to stay on top of things, we're going to go in here, the makeshift post. That's going to build all those different things that we need there, so we'll just go ahead and queue that up. And we're not in a hurry, so they can get to it when they get to it. All right, let's look at, let's look at our next set of orders. All right, rich harvest. We would need 5 packs of crops. Again, pretty easy. If we complete that, we could increase our pack of crop production. I tend to find that if you're gonna do packs, boosting this is very good. Like, that's a big bonus. Like, just summoning things out of thin air, essentially. And for if you're building packs, you're either trying to complete an order or you're planning on selling them. You don't use them to make things or to serve people. So that's a pretty good bonus. Seed pouch, planting crops. Again, we're planning on doing farming, so we would definitely use that. Lost in the woods. Cut through the forest and discover 2 glades. Unfortunately, we've already done one. Another strong strategy: chop until you get your orders, but don't open anything just in case you do get an order like this. We could already be at 1 out of 2. We'd be 50% done already. And we need to rebuild or salvage ruins, which we are definitely going to do. So again, strong contender, stone production, clay production, and we get tools. We're going to want this, hopefully. And we're going to do this no matter what. So we would accomplish this for sure. And it doesn't cost us anything beyond repairing a building that we're going to repair anyways. Or we could fund an expedition for 5 tools. We have no tools. I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to go with this one. I know for a fact we're going to complete it. This would take us a while, but we definitely could complete it. I think we can use those vegetables we found to even make those. But let's go with this. Trading post. All right. We would need to build the trading post, something we're going to do. We need to deliver 10 amber. We'll get 10 amber. I think our event's going to give it to us anyways. Get biscuits, which people like to eat. Raise our resolve. More parts. We would get some tools. Okay, all things we would do. Okay, sell goods. Things we could do. Or deliver a tablet. We're not guaranteed to find these. I don't know if they guarantee that they spawn somewhere if you're getting an order for it, but you might be opening glade after glade after glade and just not getting it. We're going to go with trading posts. It's something we're going to do anyways, and we can complete that pretty easily. All right. Oh, we also have a cornerstone to pick. So these are like perks that will last for this map. They're not meta progression, but they are important to your run. These can really change how things work. So, generous gift. Wealthy settlements attract wealthy settlers. Newcomers arrive with more goods for every level of hearth gained. All right. We could go up a level of hearth. It's the beginning of games. We're going to accept a lot of settlers. We could get use out of that. Or we could make our hearth have more HP towards blight. We're probably not going to get a lot of blight here. We're not going to use a lot of rain punk these early maps. Or we could decline and just take the amber. 10 amber would allow us to complete the trading post. But I think we're going to go with generous gifts. We're going to accept lots of settlers. I might as well get more free stuff for doing something we're going to do anyways. In fact, I would love it if people would show up because we are definitely short-manned. Alright, since he's on break, hey, come over here, just so I can move you guys around easier. And we'll set this up over here, just for future. Yeah, now I've had it paused for quite a bit, but they just got here with the first 10. They're going to have to go back and forth several times. So, yeah, really think about the timing. Don't wait until 3 minutes and 30 seconds on your clock before you queue that up. Alright, and I think this is an instance we will give them speed. Okay, go ahead and get this set up. So, I want them to make planks. This is very inefficient, 8 wood for 2 planks. Hopefully we will have a better building for this, so I'm going to tell them, make me a maximum of 6 of those. Whoops. Fabric. unless I need that for a starting building, I'm going to unlock a fabric building, so no need for that here. Bricks, we will do the same. Very inefficient, so we will set it at 4. We have nothing that we can even make out of that. And we have no metal. Yeah, no metal, and we're not going to use pipes right now, so I'm not going to set that up. And you can set this up so you can set a global limit, and you can also, I believe, set this so it'll just save your settings between games. I tend to like to set them manually right now because I like to still think about it. I'm sure at some point, if you play enough, you'll just have your settings at every game. You know exactly what you want to set those to. Now, unfortunately, we have one spare worker, and he is just building away. It's drizzle season, so the storm's going to come next season. We need these houses. In fact, we really could use these houses if you wouldn't mind. Get that done for us. All right, let's take a look at those recipes. So we now know that we are going to repair this. We definitely have those resources. It's going to build coats efficiently. We want efficient fabric. We definitely want that. Training gear also, if we can ever make it, can replace stones in a lot of event. And trade packs are good to sell. We're not producing anything that we could make with that yet, but we'll get there. All right, now we can look at our next set. So we still have this and another choice, and as we complete those orders, we'll open up more. All right, very efficient flour. Roots can be turned into flour, which we already have. We're going to want a farm, which will allow us to make either roots or wheat, both of which can go into flour. So that could be good. Scrolls. I believe scrolls can go into luxury goods, so another one. But scrolls also need pigment, I believe, and we don't have a way to do that yet. Packs of building materials. It's only 1 star, but we're going to be really good at making fabric, which I believe can go into those. So I could see making some of those to sell. That would be an okay trade good. A bakery. Well, we don't have the ability to make flour if we pick this. We don't have farms to grow anything. We don't have clay to make pottery, so the bakery is no good right now. That would just be a long shot pick. Provisioner. Barrels need metal. We have no way to make metal at the moment. Flour, 2-star versus 3-star. I like the packs of provisions. We need that for trade routes, mainly. And this is pretty... I think at the beginning of the game, this is probably the most efficient building for making these. So... yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Hopefully we'll have some sort of combo with those building supplies, our trade depot, provisions. We can make some early amber like that. All right, third choice, brewery. Okay, ale would be super good. That would be some of our services for both species. Pickled goods, the beavers really like that. It's a good way to extend our food. Packs of crops, we have to make some of those, so that would be useful. Okay, carpenter's our first good plank recipe. Every time I don't take a good plank recipe, I regret it. Every time. I don't know if it's just the way I like to build, or if it's just that fundamental to just all the buildings. I prefer a sawmill with 3 stars, but 2's fine. If we got some metal, we could make our own tools. I keep ranting and raving about how much I love the tools, so could be a good choice. And a more efficient luxury good, if we ever get to the point that we're doing that. That's not a bad recipe. Skewers, meat plus like some vegetables could make those. Maybe meat and eggs, maybe. So we could probably do that. We would need that larger camp though. There's the pigment we would need for scrolls, but again, we would need charcoal or coal, or I think insects can make those, and we don't have any of that. So we're going planks. That's a safe pick. We're gonna get use out of that, and this is such a high priority building to me. I want to situate this in a really good spot. Just check its sizes here. Yeah. They're going to have to walk between get wood, take it here, make stuff, take it back here. They're also going to want to take breaks here. So this is a nice short route for what I would consider the most vital building beyond probably getting food. So we're definitely putting that there. To make that, we need planks. So we're still going to have to make some here. In fact, we'll set that down at 5 because that's what we know we need. And we'll set the... Actually, can we make our weaver? Okay, that needs 8 planks. So. And we will have that. So we will build this first, then we will use that to make the more efficient cloth while they're rebuilding the planks to build that. Okay, and our provisioner. I'm not even going to drop that yet. That's a ways out, and we'll see what we have chopped and what room we have at that point. Alright, speed them walk here. And there's one of those darn totems. We're okay on wood. I really just don't want these things piling up. So go get rid of that. Stop shopping. Go get rid of that. And that's just what this event does. Even without running out the timer, it just continuously spawns these little guys. Increase the forest hostility by 40 points. So we definitely do not want that. That just bumped us up to 1 hostility from 0. So we would get that muddy ground as soon as we go into storm season, which is not long from now. We really want to get this cleaned up. Hopefully before it does a second round of those. Labor's really tight at the beginning of the game. I would much rather be working, much rather be crafting, but we just don't have that option. Working there. Okay, good job, beavers. Back to work. Nope, not back to work, because you have to go clean up more. Alright, yeah, I really just don't even want to deal with that. We have to do a lot of off-roading right now. Okay. Alright, go clean that up, please. Alright, and they finished the main event. Now they just have to carry our rewards back, and this will despawn. Good, good. Alright, and because of the option we chose, we got the 10 amber, and we got 1 reputation point, so we can immediately grab another recipe. Oh, perfect. So we have our choice of plantation or farm. Plantation would give us berries. Food source, we can pickle those, I believe, so that would be an advanced food that we can make out of it. Plant fiber, that would guarantee our supply for our fabric, which is kind of what our strategy is revolving around at the moment. That being said, grain. Grain is so good. It's a very efficient food source. We can use it to make luxury goods that our people want. Vegetables, we can also pickle those, so that's fine. We can use those to make the provision packs, which we're going to be making. Alternatively, we could upgrade our foragers camp. We haven't found any of those large ones yet, so we don't know if we will need that. We're taking the small farm. That's kind of a no-brainer. All right, and we will just get that queued up because ideally this will get built and we will plant this storm season. Get a road built out here. Alright, we just don't even have anyone free. So, we're gonna make this like our second priority. I said that we were gonna make that our first priority. We really want that to be done. Alright, people, finally. Great. Okay, so it looks like our third race is going to be lizards. No surprise, I don't have anyone else unlocked. So our choice is a lizard and 2 more beavers, or 2 humans and a lizard. I think right now we need to chop and we need to make planks. Beavers are good at both of those things. We're going to take the beavers. For a map I'm planning to do a lot of farming, I would tend to want humans, but we're just we need beavers. We need efficient chopping. We're behind on that. It just got to get done. He's got one more off before they quit. All right, so again, we're down to no builders. With our new people here, we also need a new shelter. We don't have any special shelters, so just going to queue that up. All right, yes. Goodbye, fisherman totems. We will not miss you. And we have another cornerstone. All right, cooking steam. If you leave rainwater for a while, it begins to release a pleasant and warm vapor. Food production speed is increased by 10% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. I like that. I mean, that's a good efficiency. We do have a rain collector. We could build it. We would have to work it. We don't have the metal to build pipes. I don't think we have any pipes that we started with right now. No, so we couldn't use the water. But we only need to store it. It's not bad. That's a consideration. Or deserted caravans. Global production speed is increased by 33%. Traders come slower. I think we're kind of sold on, we're going to do farming, we're going to do cloth, and we're going to sell stuff. So I don't want to slow that down. But this is a strong pick. This is a good one. So we will... Yeah, we'll take it. Maybe we can make something out of it. Alright, and humans, they're good at farming. Please farm. We need to build farm fields. So I lied. Please don't farm. Go build the fields, please. Build those. High priority. We really, really, really would like you to do that. And we can set what we'd like them to grow. I'm going to let them do both. That's fine. They'll do about a spread of about 50-50. All right, what's your deal, buddy? Like, here, do that, please. Get that done. All right, and we don't have the stone. We don't have the tools. Okay, we're building other things right now, so we're not going to do that yet. Road. Okay, no reason to really fix it, but I just like the way it looks better. Alright, and we'll just move this up a little bit. We'll just let them chop as they can. One thing about impatience is impatience does, I believe, yeah, Queen's impatience lower the hospitality. So while we lose if it fills up, having some isn't bad, and there's different cornerstones and perks and whatnot that can affect that. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I don't want the human here. I kind of want some impatience. There's no reason not to let this build up. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that on the first map. A lizard would like working here. A lizard would also give us +1 to global resolve, making people a little happier. In fact, lizards are so darn close we might even be able to pop them over the edge and get some free renown points. I think we'll go ahead and do that. Right, we got 2 free people. Just stick another one here. Please, please, please build that quick. Alright, their next set will do it. We can see the internal storage. Once they have some in here, if somebody doesn't come and grab it, we can force them to go store it so that it's available for building. But we have free people that they'll go grab it. Don't worry about that. I'm worried about why this isn't getting done. We're just that slow on chopping. We're just that slow on chopping. Give me another beaver in there. Right, there we go. Alright, we already know we're going to want them to make cloth. We can do this. This is as efficient as it's going to be. I'm going to tell them, just make me 10. If you can get to 10, great. I want training gear, but I'm not going to let them do it because we're just so tight on these. I want to really control who's using that. And for our trade good packs, yeah, flour is going to be our path, I think, to making trade good. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. You also can, by shift clicking, set a priority. So like, hey, I want you to use flour if you can, but if you can't, you can use dye. I don't want them to, so I'm not going to do that. But you can set priorities here. It's very nice. I find that you like to do that a lot on fuels, especially like, I have to make this food, so I have to use fuel I don't want to, but I would prefer you burn this other thing. That's where I find the most use from that. And we're going to need somebody to work this. Yeah, finish your current job and then we'll reassign. Let's see. Oh, we got one planted. All right, well, nice try, team. Nice try. Whoa. Okay, and our fire is currently out because we had a fuel moment. I have them set to not burn coal. Coal is something we can use to solve great events. Assume. Yeah, they're doing deliveries. It's fine. We'll last a second here. But please, Mr. Lizard, get that fire. Don't wait on that. There you go. Thank you. Okay, he's just so darn happy he's going straight to resolve. He's really proud of himself. Which, to be fair, I mean, starting a fire when like literally it never stops raining, that's some skills. I can respect that. All right, and that other house is getting built, which we really could use soon. So please work on that. All right, we have our more orders. Let's see what else we need. All right, deliver 50 roots. Okay, we know we have roots. That definitely is something we could do. We would get beavers, boards, and some ale. Okay, we don't have a building for wine. We don't have a building for pottery. I'm just going to veto that and say that's not happening. Meat. We don't have the building to get the meat from the eggs, which was only a chance. So there'll be a lot of work to get to 50 at the moment. The rewards are good though. Like that's not bad. I feel like the roots are more of a guarantee. We're gonna go with that. All right, building materials. We can make 2 of those pretty efficiently. We don't have the brick source. That could be sketch. We started with 20 coal, so we could just use 10 of it here. And we're gonna make building materials relatively efficiently. Well, not efficiently for that, but we're gonna make the things that go into them efficiently. So that's not bad. We're gonna make coats though. I'm not gonna use this much wildfire. You use that for making new hearths or some automation later. I'm not gonna run out of that. Tools I would love. Or 18 packs of crops. That's a lot. That's a lot of packs of crops. Permanently upgrade all of our farming type buildings. Those are really good upgrades. I'm gonna go for it. We can get there. It'll just take some time. Right now, our big holdup is people. I mean, I've already built all these buildings that are showing they need people, and I just don't have people to work them yet. So things will hopefully pick up as we get closer and closer to that. Hurry, buddy! I am not liking how close we're cutting all these things on the fire. Like, I do not like that being out right now. That's gonna make people super mad. So it's not out. There is wood in there. They just don't have any. Oops. We want wood is highest priority. Whole second in case I do decide to turn that on. All right, without those fisherman totems, we are at 0 for hostility, so we don't have any of the special effects on. Yeah, I was thinking, do I want to move this to prepare for another opening, which is going to be this one or this one? I just don't even want to move that. I really just want them to chop at the moment. We're just so tight on wood. Mr. Free Guy. You're heading here. Make me that cloth. We have just enough plant fibers to make one set of cloth, which will allow us to build our carpenter. So right on the money there. Alright, stop. Let's make those more efficiently. And you know what? You stop too. And take that wood back. And turn that on. Alright, that freed up a couple people at least. Alright, another... Jeez, I don't even want to queue that up. I just really want them to chop. Alright. Oh, yes. People. Okay, bricks. We don't have a good way to make those right now, and we have none. So that would be super useful. Beavers are what I would want. We're going to want them to man the carpenter shop. We're going to want them to man that second wood chopper that I haven't been working. Don't need the part. 3 coals, nothing. 10 insects is nothing. We don't have anything that would make lizards happy, but dude's just loving life. He's got his beef jerky. I mean, what else do you really need? Yeah, we're going to take the bricks. That way we can build... I believe we needed that for the provisioner. Oh, no. No, we didn't. But 8 bricks is another building or 2 without having to worry about not having stone, not having clay. So I don't feel bad about that. And we actually need to build a park here. We need 4 decorations of... These are the comfort type. And that would give us a level 1 bonus, which will up our resolve some more. We are just going to go ahead and drop that. And that only just need anywhere in this radius of the fire is fine. We're just going to cram it back here out of the way. I like decorating in city builders. I don't, for some reason, care too much in this one. I just like getting my points. So, I don't know, the farmers can take care of the garden or something, I guess. Alright, with those new people, we want wood. Please, please, chop. Chop, chop, chop. You're gonna be replaced momentarily, buddy, by human. Please chop. Chop, chop, chop. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw 1 lizard here, we'll throw 1 lizard here, just have a little production going. We need the trade post. This just needs some raw wood to build. Yeah, let's just go for it and get that done. This doesn't need a worker, and it doesn't need to be in range of anything, so I'm just gonna shove this like out of the way. Yeah, that just looks like the perfect place. Perfect place for a trade depot. Just because we're slow when we're storm season and not having roads, so we'll just make sure that we got roads running everywhere. In fact, at some point we will get to this, so we'll just throw a road there too. Alright, we have the health booster one. That's just not going to apply here. So silent looting. Your scouts have learned how to be cautious when looting abandoned caches. Every time you open or send an abandoned cache to the Citadel, hostility is reduced by 15 points. Nice. I like that one. I really like opening caches, so that one's always almost an auto pick for me. That's probably not as useful at higher difficulty levels, but from what I've done, I've never regretted picking it. Alright, get that built up. And might as well go ahead and get this up. So we want, their number 1 priority is going to be making planks, then tools. This is very efficient, but we don't have a lot of wood at the moment. So let's not be crazy. Let's make like 16. That's already just a crazy amount of wood, so. And then for tools, I would love it if we found some metal somehow, but we don't. Yeah, you know what? If we get any, you can make that, because that's the first thing I will do with those. Alright, and I'm holding Alt here, and you can see who's in what building, so we're gonna... Did he finish that? No. Dude, you gotta get this done. I need you elsewhere. Any other beavers working things I can move? I think they're all chopping wood. Alright, so that's a no. We got one free person. They're going to be building that. Alright, there you go, buddy. Thank you. Alright, get over here and start making planks. Alright, next thing we're going to be looking at is getting the housing need met. So we're going to need 3 more people. Kind of want to here. It doesn't matter, we're not going to build that direction that much. I'm going to throw that there. We can drop more hearths. They have to be spaced out though. So like if we want to get another one here, we need to chop this area, which might be worth doing. Multiple hearths mean we can unlock the leveled bonuses. The leveled bonuses are that global resolve. Maybe we'll see if we can fit one down here. And I don't think we're gonna make that one for Storm this year, but get to work on it anyways. Alright, and just need to clear out some room here. We want to try to build our production stuff around our warehouse for that short walk distance. Later on, as you get meta upgrades, there is a production bonus, so we would want it in range of our higher level hearths. That road is really bothering me. You know what? We're doing it. I don't know if that started there or if I put that there, but yeah, we're just gonna fix that. All right, and our trade depot's built, and there actually was a trader just waiting for it. All right, so here we can trade. You do not get 1 for 1. If I asked for 1 amber, they value that at 1.25. So it's not the most efficient thing, but it is our option. Another big thing here is buying building blueprints and perks. Just like everything else, there's meta progression here. We can unlock more slots. Let's see what they have. Plantation. Okay, we skipped that earlier. We talked about that would give us unlimited fiber if we can find some more land to farm, which we probably will on this map. So very strong. That would guarantee the fabric. Very good. Or the foragers camp. Again, we haven't found any of those. Not too great. We could up our building storage. If I was rich, I would grab that. But since I can only get 1, nothing in here I really want to sell off at the moment. We're going to take the plantation. At this point, with only the, I don't know, what, 5, 6 blueprints we've got, I can already tell you we have everything we need to win. We can make food. We've got that covered. We can sell things, so we can buy things. So if we can't find something, we can buy it from her. In fact, we may very well buy this stone. I don't know. I could sell the wildfire essence. That is worth a lot. It takes 2 to make a new hearth. We could sell 2 and have 2 to make a second one. That would give us 5. That'd be 20 stone. 20 stone. On our last event, we needed 30. How many did we need to crack open that? We would need 30. Since it doesn't do anything for us at the moment, we already have a few bricks that we got from a reward. No, I think bringing people in. No, I don't think we're gonna do that. If I could get 30, I would do it, but since I can't, just having 20 rocks sitting around doesn't sound overly valuable. Just look at those roots. We could almost finish, and that would give us more population. What would you... How much do you want for that? 14. Yeah, we're not even close. Just don't even bother. Another thing that you can do is consumption control. You can choose which species get to eat which foods. That's useful. I would love to tell them nobody's allowed to eat roots until we finish this, but I don't have it unlocked yet. That comes from that city meta progression, so we will just have to deal with it and hope that they don't eat all the roots, which they're going to. So I'll just be sad about that, I guess. Oh, we also need 9 more amber because we spent that here. Getting that done would be worth it. Alright, so if I needed 9 amber from you, 11.25. Do we need another hearth? No, not technically, but I want one. We don't have a use for resin currently. Okay, that gets us some of the way there. This is going to be worth like nothing. Wow, all of our wood doesn't get us there. No. Oh, shoot. Yeah. We need that. Let's just get that done. We gotta find some combination here that will get us 9 amber. So all of our resin. Okay, that's close. But our food isn't terribly high either. Don't really want to sell this, but if that's what it takes, get 2. We'll trade that. All right. You fleeced me. You absolutely fleeced me, Sahilda. I will remember that. But that allows us to complete the trading post, so we unlocked another reputation point, which gave us another choice. And let's see what our next set of orders are. Dirty work. Kiln. I love the kiln. This will really help with our fuel problem. This is a 3-star coal recipe. We'll burn wood into coal. Lizards like working here, and we don't have anything that they like doing currently, so that would be nice. We don't have the kiln, though. Well, what else are our choices here? So, 2 ruined or salvaged buildings. We still haven't fixed the 1, so that'd be 50% of the way there. We have good provision, ability to produce provisions. Carry extra things from events. That would double our carrying capacity. Tools, maybe we could open that chest with those. Let me just check what our blueprints are. Okay, we didn't get the kiln. If we'd got it there, I probably would have gone for that. But we're just having such wood fuel problems. So we will go with this one. We know we can do this. We just need to find 1 more ruin. Okay, raincoats. We know we're going to do raincoats. That would make those very efficient. We can do trade goods, but we don't have anything great to make them out of. We can't produce ale, and we don't have a tavern unlocked. I think we're going to go for the one we know we can complete. Okay, jerky, amazing recipe. We are not producing any meat. We're not producing any clay. We could use resin for incense. I do like that recipe. More efficient bricks. Okay, we're not, again, no clay, no stone. That would be our brick construction, though. Crystallized dew would give us a kind of metal. We're gonna go with that. And let's see. This. This. 3 drop a brick. boards. He's working on it. It's got ways to go. Also, do not have our houses done yet. So, is our worker doing? Where are you, buddy? Building roads. Useful, but let's do that first. Okay, those better. Building materials is a maybe. We're gonna make those out of cloth when we can. Crops, we do need to make those. Our food is looking really sketch. What is going on here? Yeah, we're just not bringing in that much. New harvest is coming in though. That'll be fine. We also could work these harder. Yeah, there's some of those roots coming in. If we had consumption control, I'd consider telling them to not eat the biscuits. There's no point in being at 16 if 16 isn't getting us reputation points. But I don't have a way to control that currently, so they're just going to enjoy their biscuits, I guess. Yeah, just still really filling that labor force. One of my favorite embark bonuses is extra people. I think just starting with more people and getting more work done sooner is a very strong choice. There's been no point here where I've been like, oh man, I don't have enough jobs for people. All right, he's got one of those done. We still have one person without a house. He's got to get this other one done. Interesting pathing there, buddy, but sure. Six tools, but we need 16. I believe we're going to get some more. No, we're not. Okay, so still looking at producing those ourselves. And with the brickyard, and once we get some stone or clay, we'll be able to make some. Oh, we will need the stormwater for that, so we're also going to need the rain collector building. We'll go ahead and throw down. All right. Ticking along well here. All right, and just because we're so low on labor, I'm going to take her out of there for now. I would up that, but we just got other things we need to get finished. And you know what? One of those is rebuilding this. So, assign worker. Ticking along, get some more of that road work done. I'm not in love with like your weird pathing choices, but good hustle. Good hustle. All right. End of storm. Again, we're at hostility 1. It's not really hurting us that much. We're just going to keep pressing on. Someday we'll be able to open these packs. And we do have the cornerstone where that will lower it. All right, so deserted caravans again. Ooh. Oh, okay, so here's one of those choices. So if we don't take it now, we lose it. This is, we get +1 wood every time we make wood, which is super good. That's very powerful. But we lose all of our stored fuel. That's the coal I've been saving the whole game. That's all the wood. We're still relatively early in the map, so we're going to get a lot of use out of it. We don't have any oil or anything really hard to get. This is painful, but I'm taking it. We're taking it. Alright, please chop fast, buddies. Just keep moving these camps. It's free to do, and just make their walk shorter so that they can chop more efficiently. Getting those crops in. What's our food doing? Not great. Not great. We did get that plantation, but we don't have any more fertile soil yet. So, it doesn't really do anything at the moment. Yeah, get that harvested, guys. We need that really bad. All right, let's go ahead and get that provisioner put down. We're gonna make a lot of flour. Barrels are hard to do because they need metal. We're gonna make packs of provisions. So, an important building, but I don't know if I want to like commit to putting it in like a super valuable spot. I think we're gonna stick it right here. Close, but not in the prime spot. And more people, thank you. Okay, 5 people versus 4 people. That'd be a tool build. That's just 3 tools. We're taking more people. We're just so desperate on labor force. Okay, chop and build. All right, and we'll put 1 in here. Make us flour. Make us, let's say, 40 flour tops. We're gonna want past provisions. We use those when we want to go out. So this is waiting for the trader to come to us. Oh, we don't even have the upgrade for trade routes. Ooh, ouch. Okay, normally you would use the provision packs to go out on trade routes, which are generally more profitable, or they will be in the long term. So we are not going to be making those unless we need to turn those in for something, which we do need a few, so it's not a total waste. And we needed a way to make flour, so not regretting that. Okay, a brewery would let us make ale or pickled goods. We can make barrels, but not well, so that would be hard to do. We're not producing mushrooms, so that wouldn't help. Woodcutters move faster. We would love to have this, but again, 15, we have 0. It's just not going to happen. So, Zorg, I'm sorry, my friend. Your trip was in vain. Alright, getting down to the end here for orders. Need for luxury, that would need wine and a service building. That's not going to happen. Need for religion, ditto. 30 packs of trade goods. We can make those at the Weaver. We can make them out of flour, and flour is something that we're good at doing. So we will take that. That will be our pick. What is our reward? Not stellar, but it's something we can do. And we can do it for sure. So we need 30 of those. So we will put that in. And we don't have any recipes that are using our flour, so yeah, just go for it. And we'll put a lizard in there. We're going to use our resin for this. We don't have an incense recipe, which is the only other one that comes to mind that needs resin. We are going to tell them you can use any kind of water you have saved up, and they need 4 of either stone or clay, and they're going to make 2 metal. We really want this. Give me, let's say 10. I know we can't make that yet, but it'd be great if they could. Woodcutter has no suitable trees nearby. Right, good job, guys. Let's just this out of the way. We're gonna pop this as soon as storm season's over, basically. In fact, we might even just take that speed down. We'll just go ahead and tell them, yeah, go ahead and do it. Get it done. He is out of things to harvest, and it's free now. Let's see if we can't get that. Ooh, humans would be better at this. Do we have any place that can trade out humans? We do. Beaver can go in there. Just looking to see if there's another spot we can snipe a human out. You know, they're not going to want us there either. We can get these roots done, which I guess they're already really close. Yeah, they've eaten their way through those, unfortunately. Not having any advanced food really hurts. Like, advanced food built efficiently is a way to multiply your food. So you take, I don't know, 8 berries and you make 10 juice, for example, but it'll be better than that. Like, you really want efficient food. That's just how you make less people need to work on your food chain, which allows you to put more people on do I have one of these on? Oh yeah, it's working on the roots, which just finished, so before they even start complaining, you guys are just going to be working over here. Alright, we've got another cornerstone, giant vegetables. We're making vegetables, so that could be good. Well rested, we would need leisure. We don't have any leisure. We're having food problems. We're going with the extra food. Alright. Let's get this cracked open, boys. Another thing we could look at is getting our raincoats going. Wow, 1 cloth will give us 10 coats. That's such a good. That's so good. Water skins, we can't make. Scrolls, we cannot make. Also see that we need some more houses. Dismissed that a while ago. In fact, actually, while we're here, we'll just future-proof ourselves a little bit. Alright, what do we got? Oh, there's our soil we need. Here. Eggs we can collect, since those aren't the large ones. There's our clay. There's large berries. We can't collect those yet with the buildings we have. And here's our event. Ancient shrine, an ominous shrine from a long-forgotten era. It's dangerous, but it might hold some ancient knowledge useful to the crown. If we don't deal with it, Curse of the Forefathers, disturbing ruins of the great civilization, can have grave consequences. Kills 5 random villagers. Ooh. Okay, well, we're already having pop problems, so we definitely don't want that. Oh, we're close. One more tool. One more tool. Which is good, because we have none of the food that would allow us to just do it. Alright. Tools. How are we doing here, boys? Alright, he's making that. Have any stored? No. Oh, that might be very bad. That might be very bad. Alright, so we need that clay. We need that clay, like, right now. Get this cleared out so we can get a road in here. Oh, there we go. He's making the tools. Okay, good, good, good. That was going to be cutting it far too close. We want to get this started right now. Do not wait. Get that done. 5 people dying would be horrendous. And of course they brought 9. Good job, guys. Good job. Go have coffee. Not in a rush or anything. Oh, you brought the tools, but then you need a break too. All right. Beavers, your stock is dropping quite quickly. All right. Oh, yeah, of course, more of you show up. All right. We can grow our own fiber now, so that's way less interesting. And I think that's what we're going to build on this new fertile soil. Extra copper bars right now would be useful. We would just straight turn them into tools. We have other caches to open. That'd be good. Our food is dire, though. Like, really dire. I think we're taking the food. In fact, we need to work on that. Like, that's not acceptable. We've just kind of been skating on that. All right, so we've got 2 people picking here. We've got 2 people planting there. We have new fertile soil. And we're going to build a plantation on that. That's going to do berries and plant fiber. Now, we could turn off, like, plant fiber. I don't think we're that dire, and I do just want kind of some of each. So we will leave that. We have these eggs. Let's get a trapper camp. We'll do some more workforce shuffling around. Of course, everything's just in the way. We can move it. It's not a problem. All right. And with those people that just came. So what's going on here, guys? You've got all the planks that we've ordered. And we don't have the metal for tools. He's making trade goods, and we need a lot of trade goods. So let's take one of you out, and we'll add a second one here. How are we doing here? We could use help. We're using the rainwater to make bricks. That's why I'm getting somebody else's sign there. Makeshift post. Don't need. We do need these crops. I'm kind of hoping we'll get a better building for that, though. All right, good job, team. That was not what I wanted to do. All right, let's see what our last choices are here. Make food that we can't make. Those luxury goods. Let's look at that again. We can make these, but not well. But we can make them. We would need a lot of those, though. But doable. Alright, let's see. I just don't like this, because this is 2 building choices. I just don't feel like we're going to get that. Alright, last set. Farmed fields, we're probably close, but not there. More crop packs we definitely can do. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm pretty certain we can finish that up. Alright, we will... Alright, so how many of those do we need? 25. Oops. Alright, let's see. Need for clothing. We really should do that one. That's another one that we can... It's like a freebie. Like, we kind of spec'd into the clothing thing. So let's just get that going. That'll make people a little happier. Maybe we'll go for some... In fact, we're going to have favorite lizards now and get some points going. And the coats will only help. Okay, we actually have some amber this time. +2 to flower would be good. +1 to green would be good. Plus movement speed for woodcutters would also be good. I feel like the flower is the bet here. Yeah, just not feeling this. Yeah, let's go with the extra flower. We're using it for orders. We can use it for food, hopefully. Deserted caravans. Again, our pool of choices is pretty small right now because we haven't unlocked anything else. That's why we're seeing so many repeats. That being said, I really don't want this either. We're just gonna decline. Take the amber. Does that let us? You know what? Perfect. We'll take some faster woodcutters. We were struggling quite a bit with that. Of course, now we've kind of turned that around, so that's not quite the problem it was. And on to it, I think we're just gonna take that. We're gonna deactivate that and move it out of the way. This one can chop right there. This needs people, and ideally, I want some humans. Humans. I only have 5 humans. Okay, and a beaver. Still some extra people. Lizards like working with meat, so we will put them to work there. That'll make them a little happier. Gives us 2 builders. All right, there's our trade packs. So that was our flour. We're gonna make a few more for selling. How many do we want to have sitting around? We're not using the grain for anything else, and we can't use the flour for any food at the moment, so I'm just going to let them keep building. They'll give us something to sell that I don't feel terrible about selling. I also would like to get another hearth down, so we're gonna do that. There. Sure. Actually, now that I say that, though, I'm just thinking, I have people working here. Maybe I should have a break close to them, but that's a lot more chopping. I think I'd rather just get this down. Egg path. Those eggs will be out of the way at some point. In fact, actually, you come back. Of course. All right, take that tree, please. All right, now let's get that turned in. Okay, recipe. What do we got? Okay, forager's camp. That wasn't one of the ones we were waiting for. Nor was the herbalist and an herb garden. We can already make flour, which is what I would want roots for. Herbs. I think we need herbs here, but we're using resin, so that's fine. We're getting some herbs. Those coming in from trees, I assume. No. Something we're harvesting is getting some extra herbs. Maybe we just picked a couple rewards that had those. I'm not overly bothered with those. That being said, we don't have a re-roll. We can sit on it. We don't have another point sitting behind it, so maybe we'll crack another... We're not doing that one. Maybe we'll crack another glade open. We'll have a reason to use it. Not happening, buddy. Alright, 50 root. Well, okay, that being said, I need 50 roots. We've eaten all of our roots. We're gonna go for it. I'm certain we'll find more fertile soil. We need to open another glade. It's gonna be here. Alright, so you guys get started on that. We also need this. I guess we do have one large thing of berries, so maybe if we see that again, but we need the roots. We need the roots to finish this, so I don't regret picking that. Just need to find some more soil. And it looks like we're actually going to do a lot of work around here, so we will also drop a warehouse. Just drop it there. Oh, we need someone to work this too. I really want that to be a lizard, ideally. It'll just make him happy to work there. All right, so where can we spare? Right here. All right, and finally I got this staff, so we'll get some clay coming in. With the clay coming in, he'll be able to make the metal. With the metal, he'll be able to make the tools. With the tools, we'll be able to open the cache. All right, let's take a look through here again. 2 packs of building materials. Do we not have anywhere that does building materials better? No. Makeshift camp. Makeshift post, provisioner. So we need 2 provisions. Let's just get that done. So put us a limit of 2. Make it. Here, we need a limit of 2, and we need a limit of 2. We need a person. Yeah, getting some bonus out of that extra flower production. That being said, you are going to go here and make that. That'll get that done. Okay, 2 glades. We are working on shopping. Next season we will open that. 50 roots. We need fertile soil so that we can build the new farm building and get that. Packs of crops. That is one I was really hoping we'd have a better building for. Again, it's going to need roots. I guess we could use grain. I don't really want to use vegetables because our food is really looking iffy. We'll go ahead. Go ahead with that. Not in a super hurry. Just tell them, do the building supplies first. Okay. And our hearth is up. Now I'm going to move a few of these houses. We don't have the meta progression to get to level 2, so I need just 8 people over here to be able to upgrade this one, and then at least I would get some bonus. So we will pay, what is this, 5 wood, move the houses, and just get the bonus. In fact, actually, we will just build, well, I do want the pop over there now so that I can upgrade. We need 1 decoration. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful garden right in the back. All right, and the warehouse is up. That'll be nice. Get people a little more efficient. Speaking of, all right, pipes for some rain punk. Yeah, maybe. We are producing some rainwater. I'm not entranced with that. 5 people, 5 people. I did need more humans. We'll go with that. All right, and where? Right there, human. Where else did we need? I guess that was it. All right, so we're going to need more housing. Get that down. That's not ready because we don't have the tools. We don't have the tools because we don't have the metal. We don't have the metal because we don't have the clay. Clay's coming. Here, there's another spot that needs another person. Okay, we're going to continue down here. So 12 packs per position. So we actually do need more positions. So let's up that 12 maximum. Crops, I'm still kind of hopeful we'll be able to improve that. In fact, we just got a recipe. Need for clothing fulfilled, we're working on that. That will just happen. Luxury goods. We're just not there yet. That's waiting on metal too. Yeah, that metal's really holding us up. And we need 10 more farms and a bunch more packs of crops. So all doable. We'll definitely get there. The impatience is getting a little more nervous. You know what? We'll stick anyone in there just to slow that down. Clothier is what we salvaged. We don't need a second one. We could do more efficient flour, but our flour's not terrible. We wouldn't be able to do scrolls. Packs of building materials, bakery. Here we go. Now that we're doing lots of flour, now we could actually get some good value out of that. We'll give that a prime location because we're going to want efficient food. So, we're going to hold off on the herbs. We're going to make that out of berries only. 30 biscuits max. Just go for pies, eggs, everything. I'm just holding off on that because I need that for the metal. Unless we're using resin. We're using resin. Never mind. Go to town, guys. Make that herb pie always fun. Start on that. I really don't care which they work on first. Pottery could be useful. Don't care about the... Ironically, now we don't have wood problems. It would be the clay we would be waiting on. Yeah, sure. You can make 20 if you have nothing else to do. Alright, and those first packs are done. I'm going to turn off the building because I really don't want those. We have a better thing to sell. Okay, get that one turned in. Good. That was rewards here. So we'll be making some extra grain, which is good. We're using that for quite a few things now. Extra fabric, which we're using. Not bad. Let's see what we got. Clothier again, we don't need it. Rain mill again, we don't need it. Brewery. I think now is the brewery time. Better pack of crops. Still not great, so we have better in what we're doing. We could do ale. Yeah, this is definitely... We're going in on the brewery. Yeah, right there. Right next to the break place, you know, maybe pop over there for one click. Alright, that also means I don't want you to do crops anymore. We can do better. Alright. And lizards like the warmth of the kitchen, so they can get to work. New cornerstone. 3 grain per minute. I do like these deliveries because they're just unconditional. You just get what they say. That being said, we're already making grain. Maybe a +1 to lizard resolve for every 70 training gear produced. Okay, we're gonna make those. We could also get a service building that uses them. We do have quite a ways to go on resolve. We have so many things that are waiting for grain. I think we're just going to go with the for sure. Yeah, I'd really like a service building. Service building would really help. Something that serves ale would be ideal. Alright, and humans like to brew. Do we have a spare human anywhere? No, so add a beaver too. Alright, so here, I don't care what kind of container you use. We're gonna do pickled goods first because that's food, and our food's still a little sketchy. We don't have a way to serve the ale. And packs of crops. We need like 1 million of these. What's our highest order? 30. can do that. A limit of 30. Please don't use my roots. I'm just gonna put on grain because again, we gotta eat something, so I don't want to chance eating all our vegetables for something we can't eat. All right, need for cloth is done. Turn that in. That was a whole point, but it didn't get us a new recipe. Getting there. All right. Right, we've been favoring these lizards for quite a while, but they're still... Ooh, that was right on the edge. He's still giving resolve, so as soon as that stops giving resolve, I will stop favoring lizards. But as long as they can hold out, they get the extra 5 minutes of break. Yeah, I don't think we're going to ever need this one, so I am actually going to disassemble that and get those 2 gears back. It's funny, you go from just dying for wood to having so much that you don't. Now we're just chopping because we need to get to the glade more than anything else. It just goes to show that efficiency really matters. Like, we've upgraded the woodcutter speed, we've upgraded how much we're getting. I think we have a chopping speed upgrade, so we've really put a lot into woodcutters to make them that efficient. All right, and getting those packs, so this one will be done next, so pretty quick. Why aren't we making more provisions? I feel like we should. Well, we're probably not keeping up on the... Probably not keeping up on the wheat. Wow, okay. Alright, just need time. We do have a lot of things using that. And I don't dare turn off the vegetables, because we also are eating on those. Vegetables and a few eggs are, in fact, all we have right now. That's a little nerve-wracking. Next, notice we have the same 2-star recipe, so I don't care who makes it. It's low priority, so. He's picking up water, so I assume that means he's planning on making... yeah. Get some more metal. Where are we at for tools? Still at 3. Trader, what do you got for me, buddy? Gain 3 incense for every 10 roots. We do have a building. We're going to farm those, so that could be good. I mean, free incense, that could like those luxury packs, or religion if we unlock the right building. Gain reputation point every full reputation point lowers impatience. I'm still not really that worried. Maybe I should be. More herbs. We're not producing herbs at the moment. Yeah, we'll take that. Maybe we can finish via that. And we don't have anything... yeah, we finished our trade good ones. We could just sell these. Alright, worth 27, but we don't get a 1-to-1. What would we want? Probably just food. Like, we just want more food. We're not producing jerky. Lizards love jerky. They've worked hard. You know, price of jerky these days, who can afford it? We're making biscuits. We're not really doing this. Beavers will like this a lot. We have a few left, so we'll just round it out. Actually, I say that though. If we zero that out, let's buy this, because we can make our own. And then... yeah. Because with 50 of those... Yeah, that's way more. One to way more from that. All right. I'm gonna wait until we're in storm before I pop this, but that is going to happen. I'm really bummed that we're still working on getting those tools. Like I thought we'd have a better pipeline, but our clay was just so behind. We've had no stone. In fact, they're actually out. Don't suppose. Bush. Yeah, there's no other. All right, you guys are done over there. Let's find another place for you to work. All right, let's speed that along. Getting there on the packs of crops. Need 6 more. Harvest is just coming in, so we'll probably see that this season. Provisions coming in. Of course, I say that they're going to spend a whole bunch of time getting pickled goods, but that's fine. We need the better food. Like, you can see how much our food skyrocketed there. Now, we did buy some jerky and some biscuits, but yeah, not eating the raw food, getting it processed is just so much more efficient. Ironically, do we want more people? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them. Save us, we're not really doing a good job of making more bricks. We're using tons of grain, and there's some tools, so we'll take that. Where are we at? 12. Okay, getting there, getting there. That's a full reputation point. That's another recipe. I think we got a second one over here for a full reputation point. That puts us up to here. So that's past the halfway point. It should be noted, we are playing on veteran, so that has made this a little higher. If you're just starting out, you won't need nearly this many points. If I was playing on settler, we'd probably already be done with this map. Small trappers out of... Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, we really need to pop that next blade. We're just kind of running out of things to collect here. Our resources haven't been bad, but I wouldn't call them good either. We may even open up another small and just see what we get. Just depending on what comes out of here. All right. All right, do it, boys. Let's see what's in there. All right, new cornerstone. Again, we're just not dealing with blight. We don't need that. Plus 50%. Oh, 50% amount of goods produced at the small farm. That is this guy right here, the one that we're really kind of like. This is what's keeping us going. If we didn't have this, we would have starved to death. So that's huge, and that'll stack with our bonus here once we get those done. So soon we'll have 75% bonus, and we'll really see a speed up on that, I think. Oh, and another building out. Yeah, we really need this. You know, I was saying I wasn't entranced with getting that free stuff, but you know what? That has actually come in handy here. We will drop an herb garden here. Put in a nice fancy road for them and everything. We'll do them all, even though I can't reach the one. We're going to grow roots and herbs. In fact, we're just going to grow... Well, I can't do consumption control, so we'll just do both. I would have just done roots if I could tell them not to eat them. I honestly thought this was going to be a super easy one because I thought we could control the consumption, but getting them to not eat the roots has not worked out. We didn't have anywhere else that was waiting for a human. We did the brewery. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm not amazed. Some dead people, fallen human explorers. A group of fallen human explorers. They were probably looking for a place to settle, far from the Queen's watchful eyes. Yeah, what were they up to, huh? The sight causes uneasiness amongst the human population. If we let them decay, we get blood flowers. I think that gives us corruption. Not a huge deal, but I don't want it anyways. Darn. Yeah, if we weren't using that. I would love just to get the renown, but we don't have it, and I do want this taken care of, so we're just not even gonna chance it. We will open that, but we're gonna open the one worth more first. We have the tools. Get on that, guys. Alright, there's that large one that we did not select the building for, so that's no use at the moment. Extra land. I can just already tell you we are going to build a farm. We have the most bonuses to that, and it's growing the crops that will win us the victory. That. Get us a path. Alright, human houses would be good. We could get the humans happy. We've already got the clothier. Leather worker. We could use resin to make pigment, but we're already pretty much using all of our resin. We'll take the human houses. It's not bad. These lizards are like so happy that they're favorited. Like I keep thinking we're gonna turn that off, and they just keep hanging in there. Oh, and there they go. Now that I was watching. But that was good. We'll switch to another group after storm. Yeah, I think we're gonna actually drop another hearth. And with that, those human houses. So these are going to house 2 each. We have 9 humans, so we'll need 5 houses. Don't mind the corpses. That's yeah. Just don't worry about that. We'll get that cleaned up. Alright, new trader, let's see what we got. We do have amber, we do have, let's see, luxury goods we need for this, so we're not going to do that. Provisions, we're still using. Trade goods we are done with, so we can trade those. What would we want? Honestly, just the jars. We just really get a lot of value out of that. And do we try? We're at 6. I think we do. I think we try. Oh, just about perfect. Give me maybe a mint to go with our trade. Cool. All right, what do we got? We do have enough to buy one of these if we want it. Packs of goods are created faster. We're making a lot of packs. That would be good. Viceroy survival guide. Increases global food production. Now that sounds good, but I think we would run out of raw supplies faster than, and we would just be sitting around waiting, so I don't think that really ups our output. Gain 4 plant fiber for every vegetables. We're doing vegetables, we're doing plant fiber. We could turn off the plant fiber and just get our fiber from vegetables. Eat your vegetables. We're gonna go with the packs. That's our victory condition, so We also got our glades done. Another recipe. More people. We actually have a lot of unemployment, so I'm going to hold off on that for a second. What can we employ here? All right, we need our foragers camp. There. We want humans for that. Whoops. We want humans for that. Do we have spare humans anywhere? Of course not. Alright. Beavers it is. We can't do that because we don't have the building that lets us do larges. And that's all that was here. I really hope they pick these routes quickly. Four more to go. Come on, guys. Have a pastry or something. I'm just really not into that for some reason. Okay. Yeah, you can go. Using our resin, it's good. Out of clay though. Clay is the holdup. We didn't find any clay either. I do think we're gonna pop. They're just so not good. I think we're gonna try to pop that one. So you move here, chop towards that. And we're doing so much work over here. I am gonna drop another small warehouse. Yeah, we got tons of parts. So. All right, a lot of construction did happen over here, but that's fine. We're not in a super rush. We do need the homes before storm, which is getting here, but you know, it happens. So, yeah, see, they're on top of this. All right, almost halfway on that. Getting close. We have to find another road, so I guess we do need to keep opening these. We still a decent distance away. A service building is what we're really looking for here. If we got someplace that could serve our ale, that would be the ideal. Alternatively, we could use training gear for the lizards. They like that. There it is. There's the tavern. We'll probably take that. Species-specific housing is good, but yeah, service. We really do want that. We actually don't have enough boards. Oh, did I limit those that low? No, but I guess we just queued up a whole bunch of stuff, so we'll go ahead and let them go up a little higher. You know what? Here, enjoy yourself, buddy. And the nice thing about the services in this game is your people don't actually have to go there. So like if I put it all the way down here, I'm not going to have people from way over here walking over there every break. It just needs to be in range of a hearth. Anywhere in your encampment, it doesn't matter, and they'll be happy. So, yeah, we'll put it right there. Farmers can have one after work that way. And these service buildings are super strong. Not only will people just be happy because we're going to provide leisure, so humans need leisure, beavers need leisure. That'll make them very happy. We don't have the wine, so we can't do the luxury for the beavers like that. But these passive effects are all good. Now, some of them are definitely better than others. Let's see. Gleeman tells stories about the past glories, time before the Great Civil War, +3 to global resolve. That's going to be huge. We've already got people kind of on the cusp. Yeah. We can get these guys all cooking over on that. That'll be the victory right there. So we want humans yet again, but we have no humans, so lizards. The lizard barmaid, you know, lusty Argosian maids for everyone here. Oh, and we did have a little wine from some event, so we'll get a little bit of luxury. Just a little bit for the beavers. All right, and we'll also... There. No, we'll make him there because that'll make him happy. And we'll move one of these ones out for human because that'll make her happy. Just more resolve. Just trying to get these guys all up. Yeah, we got 2 of them already. Yeah, these make such a huge difference. If you get lucky and on your initial draw you get a producing building and a place to consume them, that just makes things so smooth. All right, we can have plant fiber delivered. Could be good. For every 20 felled trees, global resolve is increased by 3 for 120 seconds. Normally I don't like these, but I think we're in that like marathon last sprint to the end here. So we're gonna take that and we'll see if we can just push ourselves over. And we got the roots. Thank goodness we bought our way into that one. Let's see what we get out of this. Okay, so lots of good things here. Again, species-specific housing is good. Temple would give us religion for the lizards and education for the beavers. But we don't have incense, I believe. Oh, we do have a little bit of incense. That is really tempting. Do we have any scrolls? No. You know, I was just ranting and raving about how good the global bonuses are. I think we're going to take it even if we only get a little bit of use out of the incense. So we will take that. We will build a temple. Yeah, just kind of come around the corner here. See that coming out of the fog. Look real nice. All right, and choppy. Just make sure. I don't want to pop that quite yet. Timing would be bad. As usual, we don't have enough humans, so beavers will run this farm, and we're gonna do just grain. I think we're okay enough. Yeah, we're okay on that. The grain will ride us to victory. That's kind of what we're waiting on. I wish we could say no and get some amber for that, because I think we're done immigration barring a massive die-off for some reason. Bricks. Unfortunately, again, this is our holdup, and we didn't find any more. Unless we're getting a tiny bit from here. Oh no. But that is where our herbs were coming from. That must have been that other root deposit. Sometimes you can get clay out of these, so I was hoping. Yeah, darn close. Okay, so what can we do? Ruins. So if we find a ruin here, that's 1 point. Packs of crops, that's 2 points, and that's the victory. Alright, so packs of crops, what's going on here? Why are we not done with that? Provisions. Packs of crops, going up to 30. We're not done with that because we're pickling. Do we need to pickle it this second? No. Let's go for the crops. That's the victory right there. And even if we don't get a ruin, then we just build more packs. So packs is really the victory. Okay, you move closer, chop in, build road closer. I'm just incredibly optimistic that somehow we're just going to have more tools. I don't know where I think these are going to come from. Alright, meat specialization. We're not producing any roots we can use. We'll take the roots. Our trader here. I don't think we need the extra wood cutting speed. I think we got that in hand. Food production. I do feel like we're better at that now, but that's not the victory. Extra storage is nice for efficiency, but eh. So let's take our money. What can give us... Incense or scrolls would have been ideal. I don't think we have the traders unlocked that sell that type of stuff. We still have 35 pottery. We probably won't use that up before the end of the game. Lizards would like that. We don't have ale. What?
Because
we don't have ale turned on. We're out of ale. Wow, okay, that must have just been stuff I had in storage. That was a oops. Yeah, that was a big oops. We want that ale. We want that ale, like, right now. Yeah, give me ale. We only want 20, just enough so that we have some. Then the tax crops, then the food. That was a blunder. We probably could have been making extra resolve to give us the renown had we had that run in. That's okay. We're not gonna lose. We're safe. Just kind of trying to speed up our victory lap here. All right. Take the amber. Give me. Oh, you know what? We don't have any porridge. Humans like porridge. There we go. And we'll take. You know what? Take the extra. Kind of a waste, like I was saying earlier, if you can't do the consumption control, but it's fine. Thank you, Zorg. Big help. All right. Could use another house. Human specifically, I think. Don't mind the bodies. We've cleaned that up. Come on, buddies. Alright, what do we got? We cannot get the meat. That would have been glorious, but we don't have the trapper camp. Don't have the tools for that. Don't have the tools for that. Oh boy, I seem to remember this one needs quite a bit. Also, apparently can't click on it. What's going on here? Get out of the way. Alright. Harmony Spirit Altar, an old altar found in the wilds. The ancient language carved on the stone proclaims, light a fire at the altar to gain the blessing of the spirit of harmony. Alright, of course we've used just enough coal, I can't afford it. We could do boards. That would be fine. People would lose resolve faster while this is happening, not lose resolve because of it. That would be totally fine. That doesn't give us any victory points. Neither does this one. That gives us a nice decoration. We don't have anything that does that. I'm not too concerned. We're burning it down. Harmony sounds pretty dangerous. Let's get rid of that. Oh, man, I cannot wait until I've unlocked starting tools. I think it's a bonus for bringing beavers. I think they bring 10. Yeah, I always feel like that accelerates my game so fast. Pop those open, get some early amber, buy some things you need, get some early renown, get a couple extra recipes. That is super good. All right, I'm gonna favor the humans. We're gonna get that resolve up. Try to get this last point or so. Drizzle season. We didn't find a ruin. Actually, I wonder if that would have counted. That probably would have if we had calmed it. Well, maybe not. That's not rebuilding. That might be separate. So we didn't find what we needed there, but 6 packs off. That's our victory. That's here. I'm gonna let him finish that. That's fine. Keep this resolve high since it is getting us points. But after that, get those packs done. We've got the grain. You can use roots, you can use vegetables. I don't care. Get it done. All right, filled up another point. We're on the last one. All right, right, good job, boys. That was nice and quick. Steam rail is really nice. Like, if you find that as an early fuel, it collects really fast, and you can use it to burn. It does have a nice sacrifice effect. If you sacrifice that, they do the glade events faster, which can be life-saving. That is amazing. But other than that, I haven't really found it to be great. Some games I'd almost rather burn that than my coal. Yeah, we just do not have any clay stone. That's been frustrating a little bit this game, that we've had such small deposits and just never found any more. I don't think there's a building really that changes that either. I think that is one of those ones you just have to seek it till you find it. Nope, and there it is. There's our extra farm. So we will, and there's our nice farming bonus, of course. We got that. We filled up our renown. We ended the level. It gives you a score. I don't know if the score necessarily correlates to your XP. The XP is for the meta progression. So here we go. We've unlocked new citadel upgrades. I was level capped before. We've got some new buildings we could do. We'll look at those if we play another round. We unlocked another trader, so he's got some metal. That would have been super helpful this time. Paved roads, just a road upgrade. Wouldn't have helped because we couldn't get stone this game. Some new quarterstones. Gain 3, oh, I love this one. 3 barrels for every 10 planks you produce. That's amazing. Barrels are so expensive because they need the metal, and just getting free barrels is great. You could use the planks for like building material supply boxes, and just, yeah, this is like a game-defining quarterstone in my opinion. And trade logs, very good. You know, we didn't have trade unlocked in this one, ironically. I was going to do trade routes, and we didn't have it at this level, but that's okay. We got there. Deeds are kind of like achievements. These are going to give me extra XP or unlock cosmetics for the city. I think there are 1 or 2 that give you like building unlocks. If I notice one, I will point it out if I make another video on this. Yeah, they're cool enough. These aren't the achievements. I've already got the low-level achievements, so we're not going to see any of those pop up. These are our meta rewards, so 76 food and 3 seal fragments. You can keep playing your settlement if you feel like it. I tend to find that these last just right. Like, I'm ready to move on. I'm happy here. We overcame challenges. We didn't overcome other ones. We'll spend some meta currency, and we'll look at another one. So before we quit, we'll just take a peek at the city. So back to the Smoldering City. We'll skip deeds for now. We'll just look at upgrades. So we got level 3, so now we can do this next tier. I won't go through them right now, but you use your food to go through. Oh, well, there you go. I guess I did get an achievement for all those farms. You use your food, and then later on you need other resources to unlock these. And so that's a round. Hopefully that was entertaining enough. I started to lose my voice a little bit partway through. Hopefully that didn't come over the mic too bad. If anyone has any suggestions, audio quality, hopefully my mic tests were good and this has turned out well. I'll double check it in post, so hopefully if it's not, I can fix it, and we'll see. I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't played Against the Storm, I strongly suggest giving it a try. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.